Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? So sorry about the delay, I was having some connectivity issues. So I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes until more of you all join me. All right, I see MJ there. Just give me 1 second. Alright guys, so sorry. The internet was like freezing on my end. So hence why. Anyway, you guys must be all feeling a great energetic shift because since last Saturday, um, Jupiter has transitioned into another house, which means it's going to bring across a lot of favorable results. Hi, Bharati. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are feeling more energized and calmer and relaxed because the last 6 months has been collectively. I don't even have words to describe it. All of you have been feeling heightened emotions, stagnancy, feeling hopeless. So much has been going on, and I know you guys have all been like embracing the ride. Especially, there were massive changes happening, and you all are like, why is this happening to me? Some of y'all may have had unexpected surprises. For instance, your twin flame may have relocated, or you may have not completely heard from him, like many changes. So I know this has been taking a toll on all of y'all. Rest assured, I've been telling you guys for months, May onwards things will shift. And I see more of y'all joining me. Oh, so that's great. And today's topic, thank you MJ for suggesting this topic. Hey Megan, so good to see you. It has been such a while, and I'm so happy to see you here. So I was just, summarizing the energies and how we have actually gone through a massive energy transit. So astrologically, energetically, you will feel a massive shift, and this shift is going to bring about new changes, new surprises, things that you hadn't expected is going to come to fruition. So many things. You would literally be feeling it inside that something good is going to happen. So exciting times ahead. And as I was saying, the last 6 months has been quite a blur. For some of y'all, it's probably like, hey, has 6 months passed? So think about it this way. It was a kind of a hibernation period filled with a lot of challenges, but now, things are smoothing out. I know there are a lot of y'all from Europe who joined me, and today's timing is early morning there. I will try to find a midway, and hence that's why I've been like trying different timings, and we have been attracting different groups of people, which is a good thing. But it's just sad that I can't get all of y'all together because of our time difference. But someday we'll work things out. Anyway, back to today's topic, why, when we are destined for something and it doesn't come through so quickly, or it comes through at divine timing. And many of y'all may be bursting your head over it. And the reason why it happens is because of expectations, being too carried away by 3D and not letting go. So, a big part of this journey is completely letting go of expectations and being completely free. Just going to see if there are any comments. Oops. Megan, Scotty is currently sleeping with me right now, so I'm content and chilling out. Oh, it's like I said, huge shift. So I'm so happy you're feeling good, Megan. Nimit says hi to everyone, and Diana, so good to see you. Thank you all for joining in, and so happy to see you all as always. And I hope you guys are excited for this week's topic. And of course, I wanted to talk about the energy shifts as well, which is great. So, great times are coming. You will start to see stagnancy, the theme of stagnancy shifting into something that's going to be more vibrant and energetic. And many of y'all have already started noticing the shift. And this is a really good thing. And hence, that's the reason why, guys, be prepared for surprises, to like manifest. And Megan, we are both worn out from the huge rock concert we went to last night. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. Guys, keep the questions coming in, and as usual, I'll be doing some channeling. And another big thing that's also happening is that until you completely transition to these new energies, you may be feeling a bit restless, you may be feeling a bit tired, and because you're adjusting to the new energy, and you're like, hey, something big is happening. Again, I'll urge you guys, go expectation free. Don't expect anything, but trust God, trust the universe, trust divine that everything will fall in place, because that's the most important thing. Because once you start carrying an expectation, once you're not detached, everything starts falling apart. And hence, that's why going expectation free is one of the biggest challenges. Hi Tammy, so good to see you. So, as I was saying, going expectation free, and you have to understand that it's beyond just telling yourself, I'm going to go expectation free. You have to actually allow it to happen, because especially I know this topic is something that, at the back of your head, you're probably thinking about. Expectations form a huge part of our 3D lives, everything from the time we enroll in school to the time we get a job to the time we do everything, the expectations that surround us, affect us, and cause us to do so many different things. And how do you go expectation free? If it was not a twin flame journey, if it was something else, perhaps, you may be able to manage your expectations. But when you're on a twin flame journey, you have to actually surrender yourself to expectations. That means you have to completely surrender yourself to the process, surrender yourself to the universe, which is very hard because we are conditioned to have expectations our whole life. And expectation equates to control, and control equates to anxiety, nervousness, stress when things don't go our way. And often in the twin flame journey, that is the case. Things don't go our way, and you are always hit full of surprises, every corner, unimaginably. And you all are going through that. So for lack of a better word, when you awaken to the twin flame journey, you are taking on a path that is less traveled. And a path that is less traveled, like Robert Frost's poem, when you take the path less traveled, you're going to come across many surprises and shocked by a lot of things that may come on your way, and that's exactly what a twin flame journey is. Another thing is romanticism. A lot of twin flames, especially at the start of the journey, associate a lot of romanticism towards the twin flame journey, because yes, it is, of course, the whole notion of it, this sacred love and meeting your sacred divine partner and being together, and the intensity of the connection, yes. But the problem is, even romanticism is misunderstood, because it tends to be followed by, for instance, movies, or very 3D. Even romance is very, very 3D in this 3D world. Whereas in a 5D world, it can't be 3D anymore. So, like Spider-Man says, with great power comes great responsibility. Same thing. For twin flames, with great power comes great responsibility. So once you awaken to the journey, there's so much of self-healing you have to do. So you have to take responsibility for your own journey. And that's why sometimes, being carried away by too many readings or too many healings, or watching all these different YouTube channels, or reading all this message, obsessing over what your divine masculine is thinking, is not going to help you in the journey. But that is part of the journey as well, because you need to find the mid ground when you are actually in this journey, and you have to, and some of it is trial and error. Hi Tammy, Arya said hi, say I said hi back. So as I was saying, a huge part of this journey is about becoming responsible to the fact that you're a twin flame, and you are actually very alone in this journey, because your partner or your divine masculine is not going to be like a 3D partner traveling with you on the journey. So it's going to be you doing your work individually, him doing his work individually, and then when both of you have surpassed 3D expectations, 3D conditionings, and when you have truly evolved, that's when union happens. And I've been saying this so many times, and the thing is, every time you're awakening to something new, and especially for those who have just started on a twin flame journey, you're full of expectations, you're full of romanticism, you're like, I finally come home, things are all going to be wonderful. Yes, if you were in 5D, if you were in 8D, if you were in 12D, yes, that would be the case. You meet your twin flame, things will be fine. But in 3D, it's like both of you are put in a maze and you have to find each other. And this is not like man-made human maze. This is a spiritual, multi-dimensional maze where you have to find your divine partner. Finding your divine partner is all energetic, and hence that's why when you are not vibing in the energies of union, you're never going to be in union. For that, you have to take away expectations. I notice with some of the divine feminines I work with, they always have an expectation. Oh, I have to get married with my DM by this time period. I have to do this by this time period. I have to do, which is completely normal. But that's the thing. If this was a soulmate, if this was a karmic, all of that would be possible. But unfortunately, with your twin flame, there is so much at stake. Missions, soul missions, what you guys have planned. Sometimes separation is the mission, because once you're together, the not so good forces would start attacking. So the plan would be to stay separated for a while and then getting together. There's a lot of energetic work at play that you would often not quite understand, because it's all happening in a multi-dimensional level. So you'll be like, probably like, why am I here? What am I doing? Energetically, there's a lot going on. So, guys, I hope you guys are following me. If you have any questions, please ask. Oh, I hope I'm not boring you all with this discourse. Share your reactions. Tell me you guys are here. I hope more of you all join me. Usually, I always notice towards the end, more of you all join me. Hey guys, send me a like, send me a heart, so that I know you are here. So, okay, I guess everyone's listening intently to what I'm saying, what I'm channeling, in fact. Another big question is, how do you go expectation free? That's going to be one of the hardest things, and you have to find your coping mechanism. Because going expectation free in a 3D world where you are conditioned, where you're brought up to have expectations, and now needing to let go of expectations is going to be the biggest challenge ever. So, how are you going to do it? Number one, you have to realize that this is a divine twin flame journey that vibrates on a vibration that is not of earth. So, your next question probably will be, if that is the case, why are we even on earth? Like, what is the point of all of this? Twin flames are inherently very powerful. We are very powerful beings. And when we are not in this world, we are actually given a lot of missions. And the thing is, when twin flames incarnate individually, they form a very unique skill set. So you will notice, as much as there are similarities between you and your DM, there will be differences as well. Together you become one, and together you create that energetic vibrational rhythm, and that is what's helping build 3D Earth. So in one way or another, all twin flames, irregardless of being in union or not, are helping Earth evolve. I'm going to read Diana's comment. Expectations are a funny thing. It's like when you have expectations, you give yourself the ability to be let down. But when you have no expectations, which is hard, but when you let them go, it's surprise after surprise. You're absolutely right. It's actually worse in that way. But again, you see, it's the 3D conditioning that when we have expectations, we are going to be let down as well. Because a lot of times, even in our 3D life, when we have expectations, it tends to disappoint us. But I guess you could look at expectations in a positive way, where you set goals to yourself and things within your control. Oftentimes, we think that we are able to control more than we can. And that is the big problem with being in a twin flame connection, because there's not much you can do. A lot of what happens with your DM is intertwined to what he's going through. And often, there's one thing I can say: divine masculines tend to be very dishonest, and they tend to lie a lot in 3D. So for example, I've said this many times during my lives as well. They will tend to say things like, I'm not interested in you, I don't like you, or I can't be with you, I've never had feelings for you. They would love to play with your mind by saying these things, even though it is not true. Like, example, if this was a 3D connection and if a guy tells you, I'm not interested in you, it's 100% true. But in a twin flame relationship, when your DM says that he's not interested in you, it's 100% untrue. So that's why you have to build your toolbox, which is your energetic toolbox. You have to start seeing, feeling, perceiving things energetically. You have to put back conditionings. You have to not take things verbatim anymore. All right, Megan, I've been working on letting go of expectations, and just living in the moment with mine. And I'm definitely finding that things flow naturally with us the less I worry. You see, but it takes a while, and Megan knows this very well. She's been in this journey for a while, and it takes a while to let go of expectations as well. But once you get the hang out of it, things will start to transform. Another thing is why, when you feel like you're so near the journey and you feel like you're going to hit union, it doesn't happen. All right, when that happens, you really have to self reflect. What have you been doing wrong? Actually, there's no right or wrong in this journey, but there's something that energetically deterred you from the path of union. So often, again, the biggest enemy, expectations, pressure. And often, when you put expectations and pressure on your divine masculine, they tend to run. And that's why the runner chaser dynamics tend to go on in infinite eternal cycles, like constantly. And when the divine feminine is feeling that way, it hits the divine masculine hard and they run. Another thing is, it's not like 3D relationships. In 3D relationships, manipulations, planning, strategy, all of that would work. But in a twin flame journey, none of it would work because your DM can see through your mind in the most transparent way ever, and vice versa. So when the toxic, unhealed divine feminine starts to play games, or vice versa, when the unhealed divine masculine starts to play games, it becomes a disaster. Hence, that's why expectations is something that has to be released and you have to surrender. And how do you surrender? Surrendering is not going to be as simple as it sounds because there's so much at stake, especially for divine feminines who are in the childbearing age. Example, you're between 25 to 50. Example, every minute starts to be like a timer. You're starting to worry about, if my divine masculine is going to take so long, how am I going to have a family? How am I going to have kids? What am I going to do with life? Am I wasting time? Another thing is, when you meet your twin flame, you will notice that you're not able to be in a relationship with anyone else, or somehow things just don't work out. Like, you may try dating, it wouldn't work out, you may be introduced. And often when this happens, it's a sign that you are going to be in union with your twin flame in this lifetime. For some twin flames, the reason why they get another partner is because it is something that they determined before incarnating on earth, that they are not going to be in union in this lifetime. So hence, these are some of the clues. Another thing is, how long is this waiting game going to go on? Am I going to wait forever? Like, the truth is, there is no timeline. For some it may take years, for some it might be just 2 years. And you have to take into consideration past lives as well. Some of you have been working on union for like hundreds and thousands of lifetimes. So naturally, if you see a twin flame uniting within 2 years, it's because of all the work they had done during all of their past lifetimes. So you can't really compare yourself with anyone else in the journey, and that is a big thing. And of course, collective energy readings may resonate to you at times, but sometimes you have to understand that you are all on different stages in the journey. So sometimes, you may feel like your fellow divine feminine is like on the same journey with you, but sometimes it might differ. Any question, guys? I've been doing all the talking. I think I've covered most of what I've been wanting to say. So I'll open up the floor to discussion. So, expectation leads to disappointment. And when you're on a twin flame journey, expectation becomes your biggest enemy because it hinders self growth and evolution. Only when you truly surrender and when you start awakening to who you are, and that search for who you are on the soul level begins, things start to transform. So, hence, that's the reason why you have to keep working on yourself. All right, I'm going to look out for questions. Actually, guys, I have this amazing promotion right now. It's a twin flame soul journey reading. Usually it's hundreds of dollars, but I am, it's $50 now. So if you guys are interested, you could check out the reading unfeatured, and I would really recommend you guys to get one of them because I'll do a live reading with you and I'll go through all that's hindering you from being in union in this lifetime. So that is one reading I'll recommend. If you have any questions, of course, DM me, but it's one of those readings that we will cover a lot. It's actually in depth, and I thought that I should do a promotion. I hadn't done one in a long time. So if you guys are interested, feel free to book me in for a session. Okay, so next part is that expectations are so stressful, right? From the time we are in school to the time where we reach the age where we intend to get married and have kids, expectation becomes so stressful because the whole society is like watching you, and what's the next step you're going to take. And when you're on a twin flame journey, that becomes extremely stressful because you can't quite explain to them what you're going through, because if you do, they're going to think that you're insane. Because why are you harboring over this one person? Why can't you just move on? Why can't you put yourself out there? Why can't you try? Why can't you be with someone who loves you instead of you chase? All sorts of things will start coming in, and you won't be able to give a definitive answer either, because even you don't know what's going to go on with your journey. And it's going to be, for a while, you'll be swinging like a pendulum back and forth. And also, another big part of the journey is adjusting to uncertainty. Hi, Madonna. I'm so glad you are here. I know I missed last week's live, and I'm so glad, to come back and see you all. I was under the weather again, and I was having a very sore throat, so that's why I couldn't speak. If not, I never miss these lives, and I'm always on. But yeah. So today we are talking about expectations, and I started off this live talking about the energetic shifts that has just taken place last week. Saturday there was a massive energy shift, and it's one of those that you can actually feel the energy change happening. So what basically happened was, just a second, guys, let me tend to this. And all right, sorry about that. Yes, so basically what happened last week is that in Tamil they call it the Guru Payirchi. Basically what happens is, Guru is the teacher and Jupiter is the planet associated with Guru. So what happens is that Jupiter has transitioned into another house, which means all the different signs would experience major changes. And often it will be for the good, because Jupiter is a planet that's often guiding you to the path of righteousness. And for twin flames, especially, this is a very exciting time, because every time, and this Jupiter transit happens yearly, so every time there's a shift, it's like, if you have been doing all the work and if you have been really devoted to your divine masculine and to this journey, you will see the fruits of your labor. And when you gain the blessings of planet Jupiter, you will see the transition as well. And this wholly from an astrological perspective. So now it's the collective channeling. I wanted to do some collective channeling as well. I've been telling you guys for months, things have been really uncertain, stagnant. You don't even know why you're living. A lot of you all want to give up on the journey. You're like, why am I even this? Why am I playing this waiting game? What's in store for me? All of this, you have probably been overwhelmed. But right now, you would feel a certain calmness, a certain relief, and also you'll be feeling a little bit more positive, because this is a period of surprises. You're in for a lot of changes and a lot of surprises. Madonna, I feel my twin keeps sending me messages through a fake account, but he's not reaching out as his true self. Not sure why. He's just not communicating with me honestly. So this is the toxic divine masculine. So often the toxic divine masculine tends to be very inauthentic, dishonest, and tends to play these games. And often when you are awakened and when you are an awakened divine feminine, you would not entertain such things. So my advice to you would be, just play it cool. And being aware, it's good. Keep sending him love and keep sending him energy to actually come out of that toxic phase. So that will be my advice to you. So guys, I'm opening up the floor to questions. So if you guys have questions, please ask me. I'm going to do some channeling and then I'll wrap up for the week. And guys, if you have any other topics you want me to talk about, let me know as well. And if you feel like releasing something, things that have been bothering you, please do. This is your space. And I want you to feel that I'm here for you and you can ask me about anything. Don't feel embarrassed, because no one's going to judge you. We're on a very healthy space. Everyone goes through everything. So you don't have to hold back and feel like, oh, am I going through this? Am I going through that? I've also released a few new healings, a aura cleanser, a chakra cleanser, so you guys can check it out. It's in my album right at the bottom. So if you guys are interested, feel free to purchase those healings. Sorry about that. So this healing is a intensive chakra cleanse, balance, and rejuvenation with ultimate aura cleansing. It goes on for 48 days, and I would really recommend this, especially now with the energetic shifts. This will be a great healing to get. So what this healing does is basically it balances all energy bodies, giving you the perfect reset you need. And it also includes major upgrades from 3D to 5D. And, if you're interested, check it out. All right. Madonna, Ryan's energy is all over the place. I would urge you to distance yourself at the moment, because the more you connect to his energies, you're going to start feeling overwhelmed, because he's not vibrating from a place of authenticity. And furthermore, the reason why he's doing it is because he has so much fear and a lot of anger and a lot of confusion. And hence, that's the reason why he's feeling he needs to work on his root and sacral chakras. It's massively affected. From your end, all you can do is send him love. I hope that helps, Madonna. Megan, I would love to hear if Scott has any messages to me from his higher self right now. Scott is just in awe of you. He just admires you and he loves doing all that he does. Life is a adventure with you, and every step of the way Scott enjoys every moment, and he wants to keep building this connection he has with you, and he wants it to grow. And there's so much excitement, and now he feels more confident. He was feeling a bit insecure in the past, but he's getting back into his rhythm. And his higher self wants you to know that he wants to do everything he can to treat you like the queen of his world. I hope that helps, Megan. Linda, Darren is still feeling very detached and confused, and he's still in the man cave kind of energies, where he's just shut off from the world. He thinks about you a lot, but at the same time, he's thinking, how are things going to work out? How am I going to make it work? There's such a big distance between us. What is it can I do? There's all this that is, it's kind of he's in a phase whereby he's just by himself, and he's thinking a lot about life and his future with you. And hence, that's why, it's quite, in a way, it's quite sad, because as much as Darren wants to know what's going on, he doesn't know what's going on, because he hasn't connected to the dots that this is a twin flame connection. So he sees you like a soulmate, because that's what he understands is an ultimate love. And further to it, this is the only way he has felt about anyone before, so it's all new to him. Diana, his happy Warwick is extremely unhappy. He's devastated. He's grieving a lot. There's so much pain. There's so much sorrow. There's so much guilt. And there's so much anger. And he's trying to transmute all of that. But again, he is afraid to reach out because he knows he's at fault. So a huge part of him is angry and guilty for not being there, because he has recently found out things that he was not aware of. So he's dealing with very unhappy energies at the moment, Diana. I hope that helps. Nimit, hi Vaish, please channel any energy messages from SPJ. I feel she's disconnected from me over the last few weeks in 5D and moved on with someone else in 3D. Interesting, even before I read it, I was sensing the presence of someone, and this person is trying to just distract her and divert her, and basically he's throwing carrots at her, and she is kind of being drawn to him because he seems easy, he seems complicated, there's not much of an energetic confusion, and so she's basically choosing an option that's easy. But things will change, because I feel that relationship with that guy is not going to last, because that person seems like a player, so it's going to be short-lived. So for now, Nimit, just hang in there and surrender to the universe. That's my advice to you. Megan, wow, it certainly does. He's still sometimes up and down, but definitely has stabilized, especially since we made that long 3.5 hour drive to the concert. Wow. I'm so glad you had that, Megan, because that was really necessary. You guys needed that time, to really connect. Linda, thank you, Vaish, for the insight. Actually, you're most welcome, Linda. Rachel, good night, Vaish. How is Carrie feeling towards me at the moment? Carrie is all over the place. I feel that he's being very distracted. I feel like he's in a kind of a dating app, and he's just trying to play around and talk to other people. So at the moment he's just all over the place, and you do occupy some space in his mind, but it's right at the background. So it's kind of tricky, but you just got to trust the universe that things will change. But he's everywhere at the moment. But none of these connections that he's connecting with is not going to last. So in a way, it's good that he's going through all these connections, because then he will realize how much of value and how much you mean to him. So it's all part of the divine process of him seeing things from another perspective before fully embracing you. So I hope that helps, Rachel. AP Wong, Vaish, how does my twin know that we are twin flames or is aware of the term phenomenon? I really don't think he does, but just curious. No, he's not aware. He knows what he has with you is special, but he's not able to find the word. So to him it's like, oh, you're a soulmate, you're someone really special and unique, and he has not felt that with anyone else. So he doesn't know it as twin flames, but he understands it in a different way, non-verbally. So that's what's going on. Rebecca, hi Vaish, happy to be a part of this again. Can you connect with Stefan? I hate wondering how he is, but can't help it. He is completely lost. He's having major issues with work, so he's just thrown himself. He's become very much a workaholic, so he's just thrown himself as work, cut off his social life, and just, he's living life like a zombie. That's what I'm sensing. His chakras are all blocked and is functioning in like the very minimum. So hence that's the reason why you feel that disconnect and you're like wondering what's going on. You just have to, trust the universe that it would shift and that stagnancy that he's going through will shift. But a huge part of his stress is work. But things will change, Rebecca, and I'm glad you are here again and so happy to channel for you. Megan, music is 100% one of the biggest ways we connect with each other. It's a whole form of communication for us and also a love language. He's introduced me to so many types of music, many of which I might never have been open to before him. He's even developed a taste in me for some deathcore screaming craze. Oh, that is so sweet. Nime, thank you so much. You always help to confirm what I'm feeling. I hope she will eventually understand unconditional love. See, it's all part of the journey, Sometimes when she goes out and she realizes how these people are just passing clouds, she will come back to you and realize how authentic your love is. So it's all part of the journey and things will be fine. Madonna, if you have time, can you check with my lifelong friend Bruce? Check in with, I want to make sure he's okay. Actually, Bruce is not okay. He has kind of cut off himself. He's going through many problems, and these problems are like all intertwined and complex. I'm sensing family, work. It's like everything, it's just all being thrown at him. It's just that he's trying to like conserve energy, so everything he does is so minimal now because he's just surviving. So your friend Bruce is in survival mode, but you keep sending him love, keep sending him prayers, and he will get better. All right, guys, do you have any more questions? I know because for the last 3 months I've been doing these lives at a much later timing. Many of y'all tend to tune in late, so I don't see much of my regulars today. I mean, I still see you all, but I know there are more people. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, we had so many more people, and because I think the time was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Eastern. Especially for my friends in Europe. I know you guys will watch the replay. Sending you guys heaps of love. So sorry, like MJ really wanted to do this time, so I went along with it. But definitely, guys, I will try to find a time that works for everyone. And Madonna, you're so welcome. Madonna says, thank you for sharing your gifts. You're amazing. All that makes my heart, yes. But at times like this, all we can do is keep sending love and prayers. So guys, do you have any questions about today's topic before I sign off? Or if you all have any questions, I have this amazing promotion going on right now. So if you guys are interested, please feel free to check them out. It's a twin flame soul journey reading. It's usually over $100, but I'm doing it as a promo for 50 USD, and it actually covers a lot. And I do it as a live session. So, of course, I do offer the written option as well, but I prefer doing live because, when I do live readings with you one on one, it's a different experience, and you can ask me questions right there. And and every reading is a healing too, and I know those of you at my readings will agree with me on that. So if you guys are interested in a private reading or a healing, please feel free to contact me. And I've also introduced some new healings like an ultimate chakra balancer, aura cleanser, and I've also introduced other healings. Do check them out. I'll be releasing more new readings and healings, so keep watching my album or my website. Another thing is Mercury retrograde is going on, so I wanted to touch a bit on that before I sign off. Yes, Rebecca, it does include some energy healing as well. So yes, guys, the reading that I do does include healing as well, which I naturally do it as a part of when I do the reading, I do a little healing after the reading that I do for you guys. So definitely check that out, and yeah, and I hope you guys take advantage of this amazing promotion I have. Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is going to be really interesting. So guys, be more aware when you communicate with your divine masculine, because you don't want to say something that you regret, do something, and this applies to all aspects of your life. Mercury retrograde basically would give you electronic difficulties, hence that's why I was late, because my internet was unstable. So you will notice all of these electricity issues. You will also notice that you may want to say one thing but you mean something else, and might cause misunderstanding with the people around you. So you have to be more aware. So once you're aware, these things can't affect you. So usually during Mercury retrograde, you should practice a lot of mindfulness, and like think about before you talk or before you respond, or you want to say something, think twice, think thrice, think many times, which is good in that way, so you can avoid miscommunication. Especially when you're on a twin flame journey, you have to be very, very cautious of that. Linda, how will the lunar eclipse affect us? Yes, that's coming up, isn't it? Luna, okay, so we just had the solar eclipse, and that was during a new moon. And you could see it was a Thursday, and a lot of y'all, some of y'all messaged me saying that you guys were just feeling like the whole world was exploding. It was very, very intense. So the lunar eclipse is going to be a little bit more calmer, but it's still going to be as intense as the solar eclipse. But it will affect the collective, but in a good way. I feel this lunar eclipse is going to awaken certain parts of yourself that you have been hiding. So it's going to like throw focus on that. Sounds awesome, Rebecca. I'll await your message. And yes, any more question, guys, about the lunar eclipse, Mercury retrograde, anything, please let me know. And if there's a topic you guys want me to talk about, please let me know as well. And if you guys have enjoyed my channeling, I'll be very grateful if you guys leave a review. My my reviews have been so quiet lately, so I'll be really, really grateful. For those of you all who have left such beautiful testimonials, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That reminds me, thank you so much, Diana. Your words are so kind. I was just reading some of my reviews today, and thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. Like I read one, she said that she waited until my prediction came through, and I'm so grateful, and I'm very grateful of my gifts. And so far my predictions have been coming true, and I continue to and I will continue to bring you guys amazing readings and predictions. And if you guys ever need a private reading, don't hesitate to contact me, or a healing or anything. If you feel, you can even ask me and I can customize something for you. I know, you can always request for me. In the free readings as well. But the best way to catch me at the moment would be actually to join me during my lives where I do live channelings. Madonna has out, how do I leave a review? Where I'll send you a link to my album. Just give me a sec. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are all so amazing, and I love doing this, and I love doing these lives, and I love seeing you guys, and I've no words to thank the universe, you, for all your amazing support. And you guys are beautiful. And yes, here's the link. Madonna, I think. Wait, let me see if I'm able to. Oops. Can you see the link? Let me see. Yes. Ah, Megan, always wonderful seeing you live. I love you. And also, guys, this is the promo that I have. Let me show you guys. Oops. And guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes. Please ask me, and I'll come back. And thank you so much, MJ, for suggesting this topic. I know it's been a while since we actually spoke about expectations, and this came at a timely manner. So it's really, really, really wonderful. All right. So guys, this is the promo that I'm currently